Hi, welcome to this tutorial series on Spring IOC. This is my first video about the Spring IOC annotation based approach. So I am going to cover all different concepts of Spring IOC using annotation based approach. So I am going to create a demo application also using a different annotation of Spring IOC. So for there are some disadvantages of using XML based approach actually. So I already covered the different concept of the XML based approach. So the first disadvantage is there are a lot of configurations. We need to put different bean into XML file. So for any to create any bean, we need to create the bean with the bean tag. So for example, to create a bean of this comment class, so we need to give the bean id in the class name, and then in that way we can inject particular dependency. So if if the application is very large and then very complex structure of different application modules, then in that scenario we will have to create so many XML files. So to avoid this configuration, we should use annotation based approach. So for annotation based approach, first we need to put this tag into our XML file. So this is very important. This is the starter for the annotation based approach. So this is actually a component scan based package. So let's say this is your project, Spring IOC project, and you have a package. Let's say here we have com.model com.test package. So you all your classes are here, all my classes are in com package. So we have to give the common package, we have to define the common package where we have put it all the annotations. So Spring will load all those annotations, those are configured in this package. So I'm going to cover these some of the annotations: component, auto by, qualify, card, resources, and other annotations. There are some more that I will include later. So let's get started, and I'm going to cover component annotation in this video. So component annotation is actually a stereo annotation which is used to get the dependency injection done. So we can inject particular dependency. So let's say we have this project class. So using the component annotation at the top level of this class, we can inject this class. It means we can create the object of this class. So it's a stereo annotation. We have some more annotation. So it's generally used for our model classes. So I have this model class, project class. So that's why I'm using component annotation here. So for standard we have to follow some standards. So that's why for different model we should use component annotation. So this project class is a model class. That's why I'm using it as a component annotation. So to inject this class, we have to just give the component annotation, and that's it. And when let's create some properties here. Let's create the default constructor. So we are going to inject this object, so we can test it using default constructor. So when the object of this class will be created, this constructor will be called. So we can test it in that way. So I already have test class. So in test class, I'm actually using abstract application context. So here let's create an object. We need to typecast it. So let's use get bean. We have a get bean method. So that's it. So we have this project class with the component annotation. The object will be created automatically, and since we have this, we have to put the component scan here. We have not put it in it. So base package is com.model, and that's it. So let's run this class. So it is working. So here I am going to cover one more thing. Since we have not defined any name to this, we see here we have not specified any name to this component. Uh, so by default it is actually getting the name as the class name. So the class name is project. That's why it is we have given class here the class name. So it is able to create the object. So we can give some custom name also. So let's give some custom name. So now it is throwing the exception because the bean name is project. So now it is working. So using this way we can inject the different component classes using component annotation. So that's all about the component annotation. In my next couple of video I'm going to discuss about other annotations, um, some other stereo annotations. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.